Hi, this is Chris from Prairie Ridge Pottery. I wanted to give you an update on some things I showed a few weeks ago that were still in the bisque or pre-bisque stage. I glazed them yesterday and took them out of my kiln, and I want to go over them now. So this first item is a reglaze. I added running hot chowder and smoky merlot, and it came out okay, except the bottom I'm still having trouble with my black underglaze, so I'm going to have to paint that or do something with it. My little toast plates, I put sponged blue underglaze on the top, and I did a coat of just clear over everything. The back is kind of plain. I might want to go back and put some underglaze on them because they look kind of plain. This is a matching little dish. I did Nordic blue on the back and clear on top. That one came out okay. My little cheetah dish, I did clear. The cheetah is a decal. And on the bottom, I did Tangelo. Came out pretty nice. I had two of these, and one of them broke on the way to the kiln. So I have green tea, and I did root beer sponged on the edges. And I put them on stilts so I can kind of glaze the back. I made these little tea light holders, and this is jade green. Kind of like how these all came out. I have one in Tangelo. And I have two in lavender celadon. Came out really pretty. That's the same. This is a reglaze. I don't really remember what I did to start with. I think it was in aqua, and I did something with the blue down the center, but who knows. So my St. Patrick's Day dishes are a disappointment. I put underglazes on the back. I did avocado, and this is just a really ugly looking green. And some of them came out brown, which happened the last time I fired something. I don't know why, but I can't sell these now, and these are really ugly, so I'll probably just throw them away or do something with them. Some other things, let me get around here, are done in porcelain. Now everything else, these other ones were all done in stoneware. This is porcelain, was thrown on the wheel, and this is jade. Jade celadon, I like that. This little guy I carved in porcelain, and it's Nordic blue with smoky merlot. Kind of dripped, and I just did a blue underglaze on the bottom. This is porcelain, and I did a green underglaze, wiped it back, and put jade. I actually got a chip on the edge. So that's okay, except for the chip. This is porcelain, and I did jade on the bottom and aqua celadon on top and on the inside. So that one came out okay. This was the one I said I made a mistake on, and I just made the top look like a vase. But this was blue underglaze with a clear over. I like to start decorating my bottoms. And the inside is Nordic blue. That one came out kind of pretty. This little vase is also porcelain and covered inside and outside with, I think, 3 coats of Tangelo. I usually use 2 to 3 coats depending on what it is. This I carved out of porcelain after throwing it on the wheel. I did a bunch of different sections. And the inside is Nordic blue, came out pretty. And the outside is 2 or 3 coats of smoky merlot. And then I have a mug, which I did a decal of a mountain scene. And I used a silver Sharpie to define the edges because I didn't want to cover the whole thing. So inside and the top half is jade. And the inside I did more jade, and the outside it could use a different coat of jade, or another coat of jade. And then on the mountain scene, I did 1 coat of green tea, and it showed up a little bit here, but not much on the rest of it. So I may redo that, I'm not sure. And then my favorite piece, the one I really worked hard on, is this guy. Overall, I did 3 coats of smoky merlot. Right at the edges of all the points, I did running hot chowder. I covered the top half or 2/3 then in green tea. And I had some light flux, and I did it along the edges, which ran kind of nice and turned kind of brown. And then right before I put it in the kiln, I had some root beer, which I love the color root beer, and I dabbed root beer on top of the dots where the running hot chowder was. So that's how these came out, and I'm really happy with how this came out. Let me put it down. So it's kind of that frozen pond kind of technique, not to the extent that some people do it, but I'm really happy with how this came out. So that's it for now. So happy pottery.